What's up, everybody? It's been about a month since I put out a video, and today, give y'all an explanation on why, and it's a crazy one. So, the last video y'all seen was on my West Virginia to Florida bikepacking trip on the Eastern Divide. And, I got to Tallahassee, Florida at the bike house. Well, the next day I took a zero. And then that night I was packing up and got everything packed. Went to the bathroom and I just didn't feel right. It was just a really, really weird feeling. So I went to lay down and then my chest started hurting like really bad. Had a bunch of pressure on it. Then my left arm started hurting. And then my left arm went numb. My left leg went numb. My face drooped. It was bad. I thought I was having a heart attack. Huge thanks to everybody at the bike house. It was absolutely amazing. And the owners rushed me to the hospital. And come to find out, I basically had a stroke. It wasn't a full-blown stroke. It was a transient, anemic, something or another attack. It's basically a warning stroke. You have all the symptoms and everything of a stroke, but it don't affect your brain like a full-on stroke does. But that thing, it kicked my butt. I was in the hospital for like 23 hours and some odd minutes. They kept me out right at the 24-hour mark so they didn't have to admit me. And then I found out my insurance doesn't cover medicine and stuff out of state, and then I had to pay, gosh, it was like $200 for my medicine when I got out of there, which really sucked. But now, and then I hung out at the bike house for a couple days. I just didn't know what I was going to do, what I should do. I wanted to keep going, but I knew my body just needed to rest. Because when you have what I did, your chances of, it's basically a warning stroke telling you if you don't change whatever caused it, you're going to have a full-on stroke, apparently. So basically, I hung out around the bike house for a couple days, and then one of my buddies, it was crazy, but he ended up giving me a ride all the way back home, which was like 10, 11 hours of driving from Tallahassee, Florida, back up here to Virginia. I cannot thank him enough. He's a long distance bike traveler as well, so he knew some things happen and then you just get stuck, and it was going to cost me like $600 to get back home because I was going to have to ship my bike and then get me back home. It was going to be crazy expensive. So huge thanks to him. But yeah, that's why I haven't made a video. I've been back home for about 3.5 weeks now. And for 2 of them weeks, I did nothing but just rest as much as I possibly could. And then about a week ago, I started walking around and riding my bike. I've been riding my bike about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 miles every day for the last couple days. And then just 2 days ago, I went to the AT kickoff. I forgot my charger. Well, I didn't forget my charger, I forgot my charge cord. And so I didn't get really a whole lot of anything, picture or video wise, at the kickoff. But Mountain Mike from Angel's Rest gave me a ride down there, and it was awesome hanging out with so many of my friends was there, and that's the first time I've been anywhere since I got back home, other than to the store. So, huge thanks to Mountain Mike for inviting me to come along. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. But I'm more or less back to 100% now. Feeling good, and been to this doctor and that doctor. It's gonna take me a little bit to get 100% back how I was, like with the bike and fitness and everything, because I've just been sitting around, lying around, except for this last week or so. But we still got some big plans for this year, and we got even a bigger plan for next year. But we'll get into all of that later on. But here in a couple of days, well, moving forward, I'm going to start putting videos back out again. I know a lot of y'all was wondering about my bike setup, my gear setup, and I'm just going to fill y'all in on how everything worked and what didn't on my bike tour, just under 2,000 miles from Harpers Ferry to Tallahassee, Florida. But yeah, thank you all so much for still hanging in there, still following along and everything. I'm really sorry I haven't put out a video in almost a month. It's just, that was really, really, really scary. And I'll be honest with you, I just didn't have any motivation to edit anything, photos, video, much less sit here and talk in front of the camera. It was just, I couldn't stay awake. The medicine they had me on just made me sleep and sleep. But I'm back at it now, back feeling right. So y'all can expect to see some videos from me very soon. But I hope you all had a great day. Have an even better night. And I will talk to y'all on the next one.